I know the feeling when you're obsessed with someone and they're just not good for you. They don't care about you. They're not texting you back. They're literally maybe even talking to somebody else and you're still thinking about them. I know that feeling. It sucks. It is so devastating to love somebody that doesn't love you. That's one of the most painful things in life. To want somebody that doesn't want you. To crave somebody that doesn't even think of you. And to constantly pour your energy, your heart, and your thoughts into this person being with you and coming back. Like, I know how it feels. It is so painful. But I'm going to tell you something. Listen, heartbreak is one of the most painful things that you can go through in life. But heartbreak is placed into our lives because we are not loving the right way. You are in the stage that you're in because something in your decision process is wrong. Your decision-making process for who you're investing your time in is wrong. That's why you have the heartbreak. It's your conscious letting you know, listen, bro, girl, you messed up. You ain't doing something right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little pain in your life to show you that this is not good. And what your conscious is hoping is, hey, this is not good. It's painful. Let's step away. When things hurt, the logical thing is to step away, right? If there's a fire and you stick your hand in it and it burns you, you should pull away, right? Almost instinctively you pull away. You don't have to think about it. Like next time you touch something hot or you get burned by something, notice how quick your hand just pulls away, like a reflex. But when it comes to heartbreak, we overthink. See, you're overthinking. You're thinking, oh no, because they had trauma when they were a child, that's why they're like this. No. They think that it's not good for them, but I know deep down they really love me. And they're just doing it to hurt me because they know it hurts me. And that's their way of showing love. Listen, I have been through all the rationalizations. I have heard it all before. And I have done it to myself. I know what you're going through. And I've been there. And guess what? There's a lot of other people in the world that go through heartbreak. Billionaires go through heartbreak. Billionaires, millionaires go through divorce. Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. I mean, I could name a ton of names of people that are very, very successful. These are just men I'm naming, but there's a ton of women as well that have gone through heartbreak, that are beautiful, that have been cheated on, that have been done dirty by people that they loved and cared about, that they thought that were good for them. The process that you're going through right now is that you're overthinking. You're overthinking and you're putting too much energy into what this person is doing and what this person is thinking, and you're justifying what they're doing. She's sleeping with him because she's lost. He's only doing it because he's never been loved before like this. You're justifying it when you're not looking at the actions. This makes you a bad parent. This makes you bad in business. If you are not able to read a situation for what it exactly is and you're justifying based off emotion, you're just not a smart person in general. I hate to say this. I hate to be like this. I was not a smart person in many of the relationships I'm in. See, the difference is when I talk to you guys, when I talk to anybody, I don't come from a position of I know everything in the world and I've had every perfect relationship. No, that's not the way I come off. And honestly, I don't trust anybody that says they've been in a perfect lifestyle because perfect doesn't exist. Anybody that's marketing or branding a perfect lifestyle to you, that's like, oh, I've got all this stuff, I'm doing everything perfect, it is fucking lying, okay? That's not real. It's not true. It's just not genuine. I go through a lot of pain on a day-to-day basis. I go through a lot of pain in my life. And because I've gone through that pain, because I've made the mistakes that a lot of people are making today, I tell you this stuff to warn you. And you have a couple options here. You can either learn from it or you can go through it yourself. There's the hard way and there's the harder way. It's hard regardless. Learning from what I'm telling you right now is difficult. It's difficult to listen to this and say, okay, that makes sense. Time to let go of these feelings. I'm going to lay out a couple steps for you here, but it's difficult. But it's even harder to go through it and just be rejected and rejected and rejected over again. Let me tell you something. Every time that you get rejected, every time you reach out to them, every time that you try to get back with them and prove your love, they actually don't want you more. So don't text them. Don't reach out to them. I've made this mistake. I've done this. I've reached out to people that didn't even respond back to me for months, and I've still reached out to them. I've messaged girls 6 months later telling them I love them and care about them, and they didn't even give a shit. I've done that. See, whatever you think that you're doing and you think like you're bad and you're ashamed of it, look, trust me, this is just like 1% of what I'm telling you. I've done things that are very, very desperate. I've begged for people that have cheated on me. I've been there. And I'm telling you, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It was an amazing learning experience. I'm so glad in a way that I went through that. But I'm telling you also at the same time, you don't have to go through it. Don't put yourself through the pain if you don't have to go through the pain. Don't go through the fire and come out burned, learning that the fire is hot. Look at someone that has been burned and say, look, that is not fun. That is not good. I'm going to stay away from that. It's not that you stay away from love, but you stay away from the negativity. So this person's not reciprocating to you. Their actions are showing you they're not good. Don't text them. Don't reach out to them, because all you're going to be doing is building your ego. You're building their ego. You really want them back? You really want them back in your life? Okay, let's play this game. But you got to understand that wanting them back is effectively you getting better to the point where you're better than them, and then you won't even want them back. That's how it goes. So if you want them to come back in your life, if you're so desperate for them, you should still do the things that I'm telling you not to do in order to let go. Really letting go of them is how you get them back. I know it sounds backwards. You're not going to unlove them. You're not going to just magically forget about them. That's not how the world works. You're not going to be like, oh yeah, I don't care about you anymore. Here's what's going to happen. When you let go of somebody, you become more level-headed. You get to a more of an emotional zero. That's what I call it, emotional zero, where you don't really feel so crazy about the relationship anymore. Like, you're not so volatile. And so when they come back in your life, you can have a normal conversation with them and process it a regular way. You become more normal, and you become more of the version that they fell in love with initially, and that's what they essentially want. They want the original version of you. But somewhere along the line, you've gotten obsessed, you made a mistake, you've done this, that, and the third. Okay, whatever it is. It could be anything. I'm telling you this right now. Don't try to compartmentalize yourself into different categories. It could be anything. And somewhere along the lines, you lost yourself. You lost the relationship. You effectively show that you care more than them. That's how it happens a lot of times. And so now they've kind of found you unattractive. They've moved away. I know it hurts to hear, but this is what you got to hear. And you have to do the same even more. It's catch up now. You're playing catch up. So now you have to detach. Now you have to pull away. And when you pull away and detach a little bit, that's when they start feeling it. When you're not reaching out as much, when you're not contacting them, that's when they're going to start feeling like, okay, this person has really moved on. That's the first layer of doubt that they get. Because if they feel like that you're still there, it could be months. You could have texted them like 6 months ago. They might still feel like, oh yeah, he texted me 6 months ago. He fucking loves me. Oh, he texted me 6 months ago. She's fucking obsessed with me. Like that's, they can still feel like that. It might take them a year to be like, okay, I haven't heard from this person in a year. People are like that. You know, I'll be honest with you. I'll be very honest with you. There's still some girls in my life that I have talked to back in the day, where I have talked to them in college and stuff like that, that I personally feel like I can go back into their marriage, into their relationship, if I really wanted to be a bad person and pull them out of it, right? Not that I would ever do this, but I still have that feeling. And a part of me is like, that can't be real. It's been 7 years. It's been 8 years. But a part of me still thinks like that because of all the things they said, how they wanted me so badly, X, Y, and Z. I'm telling you this very openly. So you've got to understand that sometimes you create the beast, you fuel the ego, and it's going to take time to break that. So the first step is no contact. Stop, just pull back. The second step is really detaching. How do you really detach from somebody? How do you really let go of somebody? You stay busy. You get in the best shape of your life. You get up every single day. You work out as hard as you can. Look, if you're a girl, get your ass as big as possible. Get your waist as slim as possible. Get in the best shape of your life. Get your arms toned. You think that he's going to look at you like in the same way if you're getting better? You think he's going to be like, oh yeah, I don't need that girl? When you're getting better, when you're looking better, he's going to be like, oh, what the fuck? What's going on? They can notice the superficial change. If you're a guy, get in the best shape of your life. Don't even tell yourself you can't think about her unless you have a six pack. Tell yourself you can't think about her unless you've really built yourself out physically. That's the second thing right there, right? You need to learn to stay busy, and you need to learn to get your diet, your health, your nutrition right. Because number one, this is going to increase your dopamine and serotonin levels. And also it's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you feel good about yourself in a physical sense. It's going to allow more people to come towards you and be more attracted to you, which is also going to help you in a way because it shows you that you still got it. And overall, it's just good for you. You've got to get back on your health. So you have a couple options here. You could sit here, be sad, be depressed, watch movies and eat ice cream and cry and go out and drink and do this stuff. Like, you could do that. You could do whatever you want to do. Or you could get up, stay focused, laser focused, locked in. Get on your nutrition, get on your physical grind, get in the best shape of your life, read books, elevate your knowledge, go harder in business. You think that someone is going to recognize a positive change if you're getting more overweight, if you're getting fatter, if you're drinking more, or if you're getting more in shape, you're making more money, you're living a better lifestyle, you're traveling? What do you think is going to be better for you? Honestly, what do you think is going to look better? So when this person checks in, because they check in, okay, they check in, they're going to see like, yo, they're doing a lot better. Like Stacy's kind of leveling up. Like my ex Mark looks like he's doing really good. And that's the thing. Like if you're a guy and you get broken up with by a girl, like, do you know what you have to do to like get her back? You need to look different, dress different, buy a new whip, live in a new place. And I'm telling you the superficial things because you know why? People recognize the superficial. People don't recognize the mental shift that you have in your mind. They can't read your mind. But you know what they can read and you know what they can see? They can read your Instagram captions when you buy a new G-Wagon. They can look at your story and see you in a new Ferrari and like, wow, this guy is living life in a new penthouse. I know I sound like a really fake person right now, but this is really how a lot of things go. When you elevate superficially, they understand that something has changed in your life. And when you're a girl, and a guy looks at your story and you're traveling the world, you're looking fit, you're looking nice, you're on a beach, you're drinking coconut water with a straw out of a real coconut in the middle of nowhere. Like, they're like, dude, what is going on? She's never done that before. Sometimes you have to do things to a degree where you've never done it before. This is what I did, and my exes came back like this. I leveled the fuck up. New penthouse, new whip, better shape, more money, more income, hiring everybody around the city. That's what I did. And then you really got to, this is the hardest part. This is the most difficult part of it, okay? And I laugh when I say this because like, it is so backwards, but it works. It works like a charm. And it's very bad. This is a very, very thin line. You really want to get your ex back? Some of you are not ready for this, but the number one way to get your ex back is to level up in the person that you date. The number one way is to get someone better. And it sounds backwards, right? Like if you're a girl and you go out and you sleep with a bunch of guys and you're just getting ran through. I'm just putting it like that. He's not going to like that. He's going to be repulsed. Any normal guy is going to be like, this is disgusting. And as a guy, if your girl is doing this, your ex is doing this, you should be disgusted. Now, on the flip side, if you're a girl and your guy is going out and he's sleeping with a bunch of girls that are not so great, you should also be disgusted. See, you might have thought that I would have said something different. No, I'm saying the same thing. You should also be disgusted. You should also be like, ew, that is disgusting. You're with XYZ girl, she's just not good. But if your partner has upgraded to someone better than you, taller than you, smarter than you, every aspect of what you can think in your parameter, whether you're a girl or guy, you are going to feel terrible. Terrible. It's going to kill you inside because you feel like they're getting better. That's what hurts so much. When they're away from you, you feel like they're talking to someone else and they're doing better than you. That's why breakups suck a lot. If you knew that they were crying, if you knew that they were upset, if you knew that they were very, very sad over losing you, you wouldn't feel like this. But because you think that they're doing better than you, that is why you are going through the pain. And so what you gotta do if you really, really, really wanna win this, get better. As a girl, level yourself up. See, the elevation comes first. You have to show them that you have gotten better. And when you show them that you've gotten better, you're also showing the world that you've gotten better and yourself. And so that attracts quality people into your life. And you have to be open to going out and dating. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard to do this because you're still attached to them. And I'm not telling you to go get somebody to manipulate your way back in the relationship, but genuinely be optimistic to new people. You have to learn to detach in a very organic way. And when you do find someone better than them, more compatible to you than them, here's the two things that happen. Number one, they're like, fuck, I messed up. They start doubting themselves because you're happy in a new relationship. The second thing is you don't even want them anymore. When you get a girl that's more loving, more caring, more nurturing, listens to you better, doesn't fucking lie, doesn't fucking cheat, doesn't fucking leave you and not reciprocate your love, you're going to be so much happier. You're going to be like, thank you, God, for letting this girl walk out of my life. And when you get a guy that's just overall, he cares about you more. He's more protective. He secures you. He's available for you emotionally. Like, he loves you and worships the ground you walk on more than your ex that just ghosted you and went back and forth and put you in situationships and just cheated on, like, all that stuff. You are going to be like, thank you, God, for bringing this great man into my life. Or whatever you believe in. Then you don't even want him anymore. And that's where it ends. That's where the story ends right there. And if you really, really, really want to try it again, you have the option to say, hey, let's go back at it. But a lot of times it ain't going to be something. Because when someone disrespects you and walks out of your life and does that to you and they don't change and they're the same person, you should never want this person back. Fuck this person, man. They don't want to message you back. They don't want to talk to you. They want to just throw your love away. They lost you. They lost your loyalty. They lost your love. They lost the energy that you put in the relationship. They lost the memories. They lost everything that was you. Fuck them. Who gives a crap? But right now, you're in a stage where you're emotional, and I understand, and you're probably thinking about getting them back, and you probably want the pain to stop, and you don't know where to go. And so I'm going to keep putting this content out for you because I know how it feels. I know how it feels to beg for someone, want someone that does not even care about you. And I know you're going through that right now. And so if you think this has helped you in any way, or you know someone that's going through this right now, share this with them. I appreciate you for spending some time here with me today. Shout out to K&D Group for sponsoring our podcast and allowing us to bring you these amazing videos and this content. That means a lot to us when we have people that support us. If you're ever in the Cleveland area, check out their real estate. They got a lot of nice apartments downtown in Cleveland. And from the bottom of my heart, guys, I love you. I know that you're going through pain. If you ever need me, just message me on Instagram. I will respond to you. It takes me a little bit of time, but I will respond. Until next time, sue me out.